All right. Good morning, everybody. Man, what a night we had here. You can see Colton sneaking up. We got all the slides in. We are in this hurricane alley that's been going on all night. And I have to tell you, it has been a sleepless night nonetheless, especially when you're in a motorhome in this environment. We're right on the border of Tennessee and Alabama. So whew, who would have known? Who would have known? But anywho, that's not going to stop us from going live and doing all the wonderful things that we do on Dave Cooper Live. So why don't we hop into it here and let's go through, because we had a super busy week, and I'm planning on this week being an amazing week coming up. We have world-renowned speakers coming on Monday on safety. Greg Ugalde, this is one you want to see. This is somebody that should be speaking at IBS one of these days, one of these years. So let us know where you're joining us from today. We are live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. Get your tweets on. Let us know you're out there. And if you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe. And as always, you can buy me a coffee at /DaveCooper.live if you want to show your support for our Saturday morning show. Nonetheless, let's have a little fun with this today. Where did we start off with our Monday expert interview? We got a lot to cover, so we're going to get through it quickly. We had Greg Ugalde on, immediate past chair of National Association of Home Builders, along with Greg Zick. That's right, double whammy on the Gregs. The Assistant Vice President of Workforce Development for NAHB. So it was awesome having both of them on the show. And we're going to get into some statistics and things that we talked about that I think are very pertinent to this recap of what happened this past week. So let's start off with what Greg had to say about the National Center for Education Statistics. 12.3 million students studying career in technical ed programs. One statistic. 98% of public schools reported they offer some type of CTE programming. Another statistic. And 1.4 million. Let me say it one more time. 1.4 million people left the workforce and have not come back. Imagine that. 1.4 million people leaving our workforce and not coming back. That is a lot of people, folks. Greg Ugalde talks about this on our show all the time on how many people, 300,000, 400,000. It's moving, and I don't think anybody knows the exact number, but when you have 1.4 million people leaving the workforce and not coming back, those are huge statistics, and we got to stay on top of it. Also, let's talk about this one. 70% of child care facilities have closed and not reopened. Okay, what's the value of this information? Well, if 17% of child care facilities have closed, those workforce people are not coming back. They have their children to take care of. That means they're stay-home dads, stay-home moms, whatever the case is. They're not reopening. 17%. That's not 0.17. That's 17% of child care facilities have closed. It's amazing that this is actually happening. So that was some of the statistics. Like I said on Dave Cooper Live, we're going to jump right into the facts and get you the information you deserve as quickly as we can get it out of this mouth into this speaker right here. So moving along, we also talked about how important it is to build powerful relationships with schools. Yes, that's right. And the biggest takeaway that I completely loved, completely enjoyed, is their partnership with the Boys and Girls Club in Skills USA. What does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the National Association of Home Builders has stepped up their games. They are working with, I think it's over 5,000 clubs across the United States, right? They're starting in a smaller and they're going to expand it to bring the education of construction, of the trades, to the Boys and Girls Clubs across America. They're reaching out to the youth. They're reaching into these clubs to bring them back in with us. This is a talent strategy to develop and bring some great young minds back into this. And I think this is a brilliant opportunity for the reach out in the program for the National Association of Home Builders to really be that forward thinking and go out and do this. So big thumbs up and a powerful thank you to National Association of Home Builders and Greg Zick, who is leading this up and doing it in an amazing way. So what does that do? That results in powerful partnerships that are going to expand across this country. If you want to get involved, you should reach out to the National Association of Home Builders and Greg Zick and talk to them about it. Now, one of the things we talk about all the time on this show is the power that the National Association of Home Builders brings to its members. I don't get paid by National Association of Home Builders. In fact, I wasn't even the biggest believer over the years of my building experience until I started getting involved. And once I got involved, the value that comes out of being part of this organization is far and beyond anything else that's ever been out there for us as builders. And I say that with an open heart. It truly is. There is so much happening, and there are so many resources out there. You just go to their website. Go to their website. Look at the resources and the pages and pages of information, not only to help you make good decisions around COVID, around employee training, around business training, around finance training, and then all the skills training. There's a wealth of information out there, not only for yourself, but also for your team members that work with you. So you want to check out Monday's show. Then we had Greg Ugalde come back on. That's right. Immediate past chair of the National Association of Home Builders, and he is tuned in to this morning. I can see he has a good chat up there. So good morning to you, Greg. And we talked about, first, one of my favorite things, the Home Builder's Guide to Off-Site Construction. That's right. The Home Builder's Guide to Off-Site Construction. We are finally rolling it out, and it's going to roll out through all your local HBAs and everything else. You're finally going to have the information and the resources at your fingertips if you are looking to change how you build. And you want to build better, you want to build smarter, you want to build faster, and you want to be more profitable, you need to be looking at offsite. And the National Association of Home Builders has put together a guide to offsite construction to help you understand it and find your way to what works best for you. Because offsite, modern methods of construction, prefab, whatever you want to call it, has many shapes and forms, right? We got modular, volumetric. You have CLT, you have mass timber, you have panelization, you have concrete forms, you got log home forms. It's all there for the taking. You need to understand what it is. Now, on top of that, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this, because Mr. Greg Ugalde did travel overseas, and we are making some headwinds in the builders, right? What are the headwinds in the builders face that we are facing? And we are facing a worldwide pandemic of supply chain issues, material cost increases, labor shortages, permitting delays. And guess who's helping us overcome this and lobby for us and fight for us, not only here, but around the world? That's right. The NAHB is helping builders overcome all of these headwinds they face by working on, lumber tariffs and understanding what that means. How do we get past it? How do we stop that from Canada putting those higher tariffs on us? I mean, really, we can't even get the material, and if you can get it, it costs an arm and a leg. Everybody's paying 200, 300, 100, whatever it is, I don't know what the stat is right now, percent more. And now you're really going to throw tariffs on it and really just, I don't agree with it. And we need people like NAHB to help us fight through it and help us, because it makes no sense to me. We got homeless people across this country. We have people living in tents everywhere, under bridges, families, and we're just gonna keep making it harder and harder. I don't know which side this world is on, but it seems like it works against us quite regularly in our building industry as of late. But there is good news. There is definitely good news. Greg was at the UN COP26, and the time for action is running out. So what does that mean? All the leaders got together at the COP26, global leaders overseas, to sit down and discuss what we can do to build it better, what we can do to work together with other countries to provide a better future for the next generation. And quite honestly, for those of us that are still planning on being here for a while. I'm planning on being here for a while. Planning. Let's hope it works out that way. So, what did they talk about? I mean, you got world leaders that are there, and, U.S.-China agreements. This is a big one. You know, having U.S. and China and people sit down at the table and talk is a big deal. Not only about, the environment, but the products we're receiving, tariffs, shipping, supply chain issues, all of these things. But how do we work together to build better, right? Hashtag build it better. How do you work together with other countries? As much as some people don't believe it or want it, we are a global economy. We are all connected. This lovely World Wide Web of ours has taken us to the next level. We need to work together. And out of this meeting, Mr. Greg Ugalde very clearly said that there is actionable steps that are being taken, and there's actionable meetings coming up again in the future where they're going to start putting pen to paper and really driving this to the next level. So, Greg, traveling the world, doing all those wonderful things for us and helping us out is absolutely amazing. So thank you so much. All right, let's internationally agree on the right materials and the right way to build it better. Arash, you're absolutely right. Let's internationally agree, because there are so many great products out there. We got hemp, we got hempcrete, we got so many sustainable products out there. I don't even think that the wood industry realizes what's about to happen. We have this conversation all the time. When things like this happen, and this is what's great about not only America, but other people in other countries, innovation happens when things get tough. When the money gets tough, people find better ways. They look at different ways, and that is what's happening right now. So the wood industry might find themselves in a little bit of a pickle if we don't figure out all these tariffs and bring the cost down of building, because it's sustainable. We want to use it, but we got to be able to afford to use it. And that's one of the big things we got to look at. So Devon Tilley's flying back from Canada today, working well together with the art of construction. What's happening, Devon? What are you doing up there in Canada, man? Did you go to a hockey game? You working with some window companies? Good to see you, Devon. Glad to have you tune in. All right, let's move on. Wednesday's product spotlight. We revisited our visit at Lake Nona Tavistock Development, and Jen and I gave a review on this. So while we were at Tavistock, we walked all the way through every ounce of that community, and it was amazing. If you've not been to Lake Nona outside of Orlando, you need to go check out Lake Nona outside of Orlando, because you can't explain it. Autonomous cars, flying cars, and we're going to get into all of this. All of it is at Lake Nona. So who are we with? That's right, no other than Craig Collins, the Chief Operations Officer of Tavistock. Craig Collins sat down with us, and we talked about everything in that community, the value of the community, and really, how do you embrace the change? How do you embrace the change? And then how do you take that change, put it into a master plan community, and win awards? And I'm talking awards. We're talking autonomous vehicles running around. I mean, like, that's how your kids go to school, on an autonomous vehicle. I mean, you live in these communities. The schools are in the communities. The playgrounds are in the communities. The water parks are in the communities. All of it is right there. And the future of eVTOL aircraft, electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. That is coming next to Lake Nona. That's what's amazing. And they did homes that inspire, right? I mean, they got a home that has a toilet that measures what's coming out of you and analyzes it. Oh, I said it. Yeah. Imagine that. Instant analyzation of your stuff in the bathroom. Pretty cool, right? And now what your kids are going to love if you've not been to Lake Nona, because you can go there and still use these facilities. Here you go. Premier sports venture ecosystem inspired by the founders of Adidas. That's right. We call it Adidas here in America, but it's Adidas. Adidasler, designed to help entrepreneurs test their ideas in a real life environment. So what do we have going on here? We have high-tech water parks. We have wake parks. right? Wakeboarding, where it has the kind of the zip line that you hold on to and takes you around the park. A complete water system obstacle course is on this property, but they also have a testing facility at Adidas, so people can try new things and put their ideas out there. And it's all sponsored by one of the biggest brand names in sports, I guess more sports apparel, Adidas, but they're really into the sports science as well, which was awesome. So you want to check out Wednesday's show. BS Friday, as always, did not disappoint. We had Rockwool on, Nick Stone, Northeast Business Development Manager. So I know most of you probably know what Rockwool is, but if you don't, you should. You can find it at Home Depot, Lowe's, and everywhere else. But there's a lot of benefits to Rockwool insulation. It's a sound barrier. It's fire retardant. In fact, almost fire. Every time I see it, I think it's fire resistant. People are sitting there trying to burn it. It does not burn. It doesn't hold moisture, right? And it has a wonderful R value that can be used. So think of all the values and benefits of that. We walk through their entire system for their exterior wall, their interior wall, and we talked about the benefits that it has, whether it's a vapor open wall system or an exterior insulation versus cavity insulation. As we would say, it was Sean St. O'More, who was our product spotlight guest, filling in for Mark Willie. 475 Sean St. O'More. He knows this stuff like the back of his hand. And it's always fun having these building science experts on because they can take it to an entire new level and the conversation to an entire new level. So if you're not familiar with Rockwool, you have to understand what the benefits are of it. And I think once you understand the benefits and the environmental benefits of it, it doesn't make sense to use batt insulation anymore, fiberglass insulation. Take a look at our show. How Rockwool deals with moisture was a topic as well. Does everybody realize that your homes can make you and your kids sick? That's right, your homes. A lot of people don't realize your kids do not have allergies. Well, not all of them. I'm not a doctor, so don't take my word on this. However, science is proving that homes are making us sick. You live in a house that's 20 years old, 15 years old, 7 years old. Have you cleaned your ductwork? Have you? Do you have moisture issues? Do your windows sweat? What's going on inside your walls? I'm not here to be the scare monster. It's not Halloween, but I am here to tell you that we need to really start looking at how we're living and what we're doing in our homes, because our homes can make you sick. And this is what all these people on Building Science Fridays are coming on to discuss. Better ways of doing it, what the science is showing. So we need to get out there and we need to continue researching this so we can build it better and have a healthier, safer environment. And just a quick thank you to one of our sponsors that we work with, ArchiStar and Forward Solutions Group. If you're not familiar with ArchiStar, you should be. You need to go check it out. You need to watch the videos on our site. It is nothing that you have ever seen before. You can find land, you can develop land, you can submit plans, you can print them into CAD, all within an hour without ever leaving your house. So if you want land in Texas, you can do that right from your computer. It's accurate. They have hundreds of thousands of hours of data being introduced into the system. Parametric generative designs. It designs it all. I'm telling you, artificial intelligence is coming. This stuff is amazing. So if you haven't checked it out, you need to go check out archistar.ai. Watch the videos. If you're interested in seeing a demo, I'm more than happy to help you get it set up. All right. So what do we have Monday? World-renowned safety speaker and expert, Garrison Wynn. You guys want to see a little bit about who Garrison Wynn is? Check out this video. I'm going to put it up here real quick, give you his highlight reel.
Accept each other. Like I have to accept the fact when we go and have lunch at a business meeting that you're going to stare at your phone. I'm going to say, Hillary, come on, hey, come on. You're going to go, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Garrison. Oh, no. That's what's going to happen. Okay? We have to be realistic. I need you, and I need you. People need to know that you think in terms of options, that you've got multiple solutions for a single problem. You're not just stuck with one idea. When I think about multiple solutions for a single problem, there's a lady down in Florida, and she's the living embodiment of multiple solutions for a single problem because she's a veterinarian and a taxidermist. And her motto is either way, you're getting your dog back. Either way. Either way. Multiple solutions for a single problem. The real reason people don't want to change is because nobody wants to be a senior beginner. They want to wake up in the morning and realize what they used to know is no longer valid. So they shoot holes in the new way and they cling to the old way because it makes them smart. The problem that we have is we get face to face with customers and employees and people around us that believe things so strongly, they're looking for reasons to prove what they already believe is true, and they're not open. So what is your name, sir, right there? David? That guy called you Mark. That was weird. My name is David. Mark, he's Mark. So when you take a look at all the research, we saw some stuff from Accenture and some stuff from the Harvard Review and the stuff we partnered with Gallup, and we looked at all this stuff. Think about the people in your life that you know listen to what you say on a consistent basis. How much influence?
All right, so this is who's coming on our show, and I think, you know, that's a highlight reel, but the real value here is the data and the information that Garrison has collected over the years, speaking at all these Fortune 500 companies, helping them work through their safety issues, helping them understand how to talk to older employees and or team members, however we call them, in the next generation. You're not only going to find Garrison's fun to listen to. He's a funny guy. He has the gift of gab, but he also has a ton of knowledge. So if you're in the manufacturing space, I'm telling you right now, if you're in the manufacturing space, you're in the supply space, this is the guy that gets hired by the biggest manufacturing corporations around the world for a reason. You want to tune in. He's going to be on our show, and he's going to share a ton of knowledge with you. I have a feeling you might learn something. Not even a feeling. You will learn something from Garrison, even if it's how to approach a situation for your manufacturing floor, safety, job site, whatever the case is. So you definitely want to tune in and listen to Garrison. And then Wednesday, another big thing happening Wednesday. I'm going to put this up here. We have vertiport coming on. Let me go, and I have their site up as well. Let me go in here and I'll just show you who they are. If you're not familiar, they are an international company, and guess what? They have won a major award here. So you want to tune in for this. This is a huge residential building. There's a lot of information going to flow in this conversation. vertiport is making big strides and big gains globally. So you definitely want to tune in and check out what they are doing. They're big in the commercial space, as you can see, hotels, homes, bathroom pods, residential, healthcare, all of this. So this is something that I definitely think that Wednesday is going to be another big show that you want to tune in for and enjoy with us. We're all about having fun. Did I not put it up there? Maybe I should put it up there. There you go. I'm sitting here talking about it, looking at the website. But this is vertiport here. So check them out. They do a lot of great things. They do a lot of big things. And like I said, they are award-winning, and they reached out to Dave Cooper Live because they want to talk about it in the show. And, you know, we said, right, this is what we're all about. Promoting people that are doing it better, not being paid to do it. We are building it better, and that's what we're going to continue doing on this show. So if you got a good idea, you're building it better, you're doing something different, well, then we want to hear from you, because that's what our show is all about. And it's super important that we keep working together to change how we do things. All right, let's take a look at some other comments. Hey, Buzz, what's happening, man? You're flying motorbike. I'm in my flying motor. Oh, got it. Yeah, that's right. Hey, let's go. You got a flying four-wheeler too covered in mud. It looked like it went flying and landed in a mud pile if I remember seeing it not too long ago. Low-end window system. So Devin's up in Canada talking with low-end window systems. All right, that's cool, Devin. I'm glad you're out there making it happen. That is fun, fun, fun. I already put this up with Arash, but I want to do it again. Let's internationally agree on the right materials and the right way to build it better. I 100% agree with that for sure. Arash says, 5% of Earth crust made of iron. It is possible to install a thermal solar plant linked to production of green steel and use robotic welders to mass produce structures. A house made of structural steel can last 100 years, and we can build, I'm sure there's more to it, steel structures. That's all it shows up on this. So, interesting enough, Rash, you're 100% right. And the other interesting thing about, we talk about iron and some of the other stuff, it's not just the iron, it's plants. I mean, mushrooms are being used in so many ways for insulation. A couple Fridays ago, we were talking about that. So there's a lot of ways that we can use natural materials from the earth that are outside the traditional building materials like pine and trees that we're currently using. So, all right, everybody, listen, I hope you enjoyed today's conversation. I hope it was quick. I hope it was precise. I hope you came and you got the information that you were looking for. Now you can go back to our YouTube channel and please subscribe. Check it out. Subscribe. If you're not subscribed, subscribe again. We need you to subscribe. It means the world to us, is what I'm trying to put out there. We love doing what we're doing. We are on our Build It Better Roadshow tour. We're leaving Alabama this weekend and heading to Atlanta and then heading back up to New Jersey for the holidays. So if you're along our way and you want to connect, let us know. We'd love to see you out there. Other than that, my name is Dave Cooper. This was another Coffee with Dave. I hope you enjoyed the show, and we will see you on Monday. Garrison Wynn. Do not miss it. All right, everybody. That's a wrap. Here's a new colored outro for you. We'll see you. Bye now.